What's the first step in someone being successful? From Michael Jordan to Taylor Swift to Robert Downey Jr. And then even after they got started, there were still doubts and setbacks. Starting anything takes courage. Having commitment for your goals when you face challenges also takes courage. Maybe you're watching this because you scheduled an interview with Vector Marketing, or maybe you just had your interview and now you're doing more research. You were probably excited at first, and then you kind of hit a little bit of a speed bump because you watched somebody's video like this.
And then Vector will have you come into their orientation and they'll have somebody stand in front of you for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and explain how you're going to sell this knife on the street to random strangers.
First of all, that guy is a comedian, so he's just trying to make a funny video, and Vector Marketing just happened to be the topic that he pulled out of the hat. But also, he says stuff like it's door to door, where, if he went to an interview, he would know that's not our business model. Josh is what we call a heard it. A lot of people have heard about Vector, but have never actually gone to an interview and definitely never gone to the training. It's like that game of telephone, where one person says something and then it just goes down the line and gets more and more incorrect. So if they aren't the people that you should be listening to, who are? Well, we call them tried-its. People that have actually tried working for Vector and can speak from experience versus assumptions and a bad game of telephone. Now, like I was saying earlier, even the greatest of greats had their doubts and their setbacks. But what were some of the reasons our own sales reps almost didn't try the position? Reason number one.
One of the reasons I almost didn't try out sales with Vector was because I was worried about hitting quotas or having it fit around my schedule.
AJ is a double major in psych and general business at Miami University, but he definitely has a bunch of free time on his hands to just waste away, I'm sure. No, he's busy. Not just with school, but extracurriculars and a social life and, all the things that every college student has. He's not alone in his worry of adding another thing to his schedule. And on top of that, having quotas to hit adds pressure and stress to do as well. But here's what he found out.
I found out through talking with my current manager that there's no quotas and I can schedule it around whatever else I've got going on in a week.
It's crazy that when you actually go to an interview and listen to the information that you're told, you get answers to your questions. Who knew? Not me. Reason number two.
I almost didn't try sales out with Vector because I was going to go just back to the grocery store job I've been doing forever. I've been working for Safeway for a while before I picked up the job with Vector. I was just going to take the comfortable route and go back to that and then be like, whatever, I'll take my $300 paychecks every week and then just not really grow or anything and just hang out.
It's so much easier to just do what you've always done. But if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten, which in Caden's case is low pay and no growth or skills learned. So what was the thing that made Caden try out this position?
I just chose sales because I was like, what's the harm in trying it out? If I don't like it, I can always quit. I figured, why not try it out? I had a week to spare in my winter break, so I sat down, did the training, and was like, let's see how I can do.
And how did he do? Well, he sold $24,000 in his first 10 days. That's really good if you didn't catch on. And finally, reason number three.
I do not like the idea of the sleazy car salesman. I hate that trope. I don't like the idea of scamming people. I'm very much for the underdog. So sales in general, not necessarily with Vector, but just sales in general is something that I kind of stayed away from just because of how it was always negatively perceived a lot of the times around me. And so it was just something I really wasn't interested in. But here we are.
The age-old question, what will people think of me? Well, first of all, most people don't even know themselves. Why does it matter what they think of you? It's totally normal to think that being in sales equals being a sleazy salesperson. Here's the thing. People are only sleazy because they choose to be. If you go into sales, you can be whatever type of person you want. So why did Olivia just decide to go for it?
My motto in life is do it scared, and that's how I've done it my entire life. And so I had no clue what sales was, how to run a business. I'm the person, I want to give everything away for free. I'm just a very generous person, so my business skills are lacking. Making a profit does not hit at all in my head. I just honestly was like, yeah, let's just try it and see how well it goes.
There will always be just as many reasons to try something as there will be to not try it. Our brain will automatically go to what it knows because that's where we're comfortable. But like Caden, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. It might not even be a position with us, but whatever that thing is in your life, like Olivia said, do it scared, but do it with courage.